This is a follow-up vid to my first Remington 7615 vid, and in that first vid I said I had some objectives and that I was going to report back. Well, I've achieved most of those objectives, and I'll start off by saying that since then I've put about 300 rounds through it, another 300 rounds through it. Let's see, I tried a couple of different magazines. I bought a couple of aftermarket magazines. One was the old faithful Magpul PMag, which operates fine, not a problem, good mag. One that doesn't is the MFT. It's very cheap. One online store that I deal with a lot here in Australia, they've got them on special for about $18 Australian, and I think now I know why they've got them on special, because the bolt, when you cycle it, it doesn't strip the rounds from it. It doesn't work. Yeah, for whatever, I'm not sure. Like, I've checked out how big the cutouts are and everything, and yeah, it just doesn't strip the rounds from it. Let's see what else. The buttstock. I've got I bought a Magpul SGA buttstock. I didn't want a pistol grip buttstock or a folding buttstock or any of that tactical nonsense. I mean, I'm just not into that whole weird ass, tactical scene. I've been in the military, I don't have to pretend it. Let's see, it is a Magpul SGA buttstock. It is meant for the Remington 870 pump action shotgun. It is not meant for the 7600, 7615 series of pump action rifles, and that's a bit of a problem because I've had to do some surgery to it, because how can I show you? The actual receiver on the 870 is bigger than the 7600, 7615, and the spigot, the bit that pokes out that fits into the recess on the receiver, is different. It's smaller on the 7600, 7615 rifles, and bigger on the 870 pump action. So what I've had to do, and I really wanted this stock, so I did a bit of surgery. I got a second-hand 7600 stock and sliced off just with a hacksaw, sliced off the end of it, so that I added it. So then I got a hacksaw and sandpaper, and I cut off and leveled, flattened the end of the SGA stock, and have glued that piece that I cut off the 7600 stock onto the end, so that I could actually adapt it to fit onto this rifle. Glue that I used was Araldite, which is it's the best glue that you can use for the purpose. It's a two-part glue. And what else about that? Yeah, it's a bit of a muck around, and it's not perfect. I don't know if you can see or not, but there is a bit of difference in the size, which I'm sort of tossing. It feels okay. Like, it doesn't really affect me much, but it does look weird. So what I will do is blend it, or I don't want to take too much meat off the SGA, because it is only plastic and it's not solid. So I don't know, I might build the difference up with some plastic steel putty, or I'll figure that out later. Anyway, the stocks, I really like this SGA stock. I think it's excellent. Yeah, it really feels good. It's very ergonomic. I just throw it up to my shoulder. I'm right in the money. So on the scope and that. So that's good. let's see what else. This is probably what, yeah, if you watch the first video, you're probably waiting for the results of the accuracy test, because what I did was I got the Timney, this, well, it's meant for 870, trigger fix kit, which is a replacement sear and 3 different lighter springs. So I chose the lighter spring, so the pull is about 2.5 pounds. And the sear, the big difference in the sear is the Timney sear is smooth, like really smooth, whereas the stock sear, where you can see where it's been laser cut and just had chatter all over it. So obviously the people who were operating a laser cutter didn't get it right, because I do have experience in operating laser cutters, and you can eliminate that chatter if you get it right, but they didn't. So that sear's a piece of junk. Also, when I took the trigger group out, it was really crunchy, and I figured out why, because when I took the trigger group out, and it's alloy, which is good, not plastic. The trigger group and the magwell are alloy, so that's nice. I love alloy. Hate plastic, except for stock. The trigger group, when I took it out, it was all of the, where it had been machined for pins and whatnot, they never blew it. They never blew all the crap out of it after they machined it. It was just chock full of filings. That's why it was so crunchy when I was pulling the trigger. Now the trigger is like, yeah, excellent. I highly advise, if you've got an 870 or a 7600, 7615, whatever, that trigger group, and it's used in like about 20 different firearms that Remington make, get that replacement sear and the spring, and the difference is amazing. Yeah, real huge difference. I wasn't sure if just replacing the sear and the spring was going to do enough, but yeah, fantastic, really good. It certainly does the job. Let's see, the accuracy. Well, the results were good, I have to say. I was shooting off just bags, just reach down here, just these things, just the Caldwell, good old run-of-the-mill Caldwell bags that everybody knows, What else? This is the AR223, Bushnell AR223 scope that I originally had on it. This is not the scope that I used to try and achieve MOA at 100. I actually shot at 100 metres, not 100 yards, so yeah. But what I did use, I wanted to give it every chance to achieve MOA, so I employed the best scope that I have currently, and that is a Delta Optics Titanium 4.5 to 30 by 50 objective lens. And yeah, big kudos for Delta. It's made in Japan, but it's sold in Poland, Polish company. Fantastic scopes. So yeah, I gave it every opportunity. Really, if I should have been shooting it off, I don't know, a lead sled or something, but no, I just shoot it off bags. Got to be realistic. Now, so that's a fantastic scope, Delta Optics Titanium. So I was using the hand loads that I'd made up, 69 grains of 69 grain Sierra Match Kings with 25 grains of AR2208, which is Varget in the United States, very popular. At 100 metres, not 100 yards. So the best group that I shot was, 0.85 of an inch. The worst group, and this is 6 groups, the worst group was 1.3 of an inch. Then that's at 100 metres, not 100 yards, so a bit longer. So, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've got one at 1.3, another one at 1.3, one at 1.2, one at 0.86, one at 0.85, and the original group that I shot, before those 5 groups, I shot a group after I had sort of sighted in, was at 0.93. So out of 6 groups, that I deliberately shot to try and achieve accuracy, half of them were MOA. So I think that's fair enough to say that this is an MOA capable rifle. Well, it is, because I got 3 out of 6 grips MOA or less. Yeah, so there's no doubt about it. The accuracy of this rifle is really just outstanding, considering what it is. You know, short, really short sporter barrel, a pump action. Yeah, so I'm really happy, like really happy. Let's see, just summarise. It's really hard to shoot off bags, and the reason is because it's a pump action. That slide, I don't know if you can see or not, but it's loose for obvious reasons because it's a slide, you know. So it was a bit of a pain to shoot it off bags when you're resting it on something that moves around, you know. So yeah. Now with the buttstock, even it does look like, when I first put it on, I thought, oh yeah, it's going to be heaps long, but it's actually not a whole lot longer. Like, yeah, it's only about, I don't know, about half an inch longer, which sort of surprised me. So I'll order another spacer from Magpul for the SGA stock, because I do want it. I like a long length of pull, you know, I really do, unlike some people. Let's see. The options for changing the buttstock on these things is sort of limited. There's a couple of companies that make pistol grip, one-piece pistol grip buttstocks for it, like Choati, Shoat, or whatever they call themselves. And another, I can't remember the other brand. They make a very similar thing. There's another brand, and it's a folding stock with a pistol grip, and then you can get AR style, you know, extendable with pistol grip. And I'm just not into the pistol grip thing. The pistol grips, they look, you know, really tactical and cool, but they're not very practical. Like, if you want to work on a gun, yeah, it's just another thing poking out, and I'm just not into the whole pistol grip scene, the whole tactical, you know, turning everything into tactical looking. I don't know what that's about. It's a massive fad at the moment, just like muzzle brakes, you know. When I go to the range, like the section for muzzle brake shooters keeps getting bigger and bigger, because I don't know, some people just, yeah, it's a massive fad. Oh, you got to put a muzzle brake on your guns. Like, people haven't been doing it for a long time. Why now? Like I was shooting one day. I was shooting next to the guy. He had a Tikka CTR 223. He had a muzzle brake on it, on a 223. He was blowing my hat off, and other than irritating me, he really wasn't achieving much having a muzzle brake on a 223. But anyway, yeah, that's a little gripe of mine. So the options for the buttstocks isn't great. Or you know, there are a couple of companies that offer wood replacement buttstocks for these things, and yeah, it just looks wrong. It's like guys who put wooden stocks on ARs. They just look wrong, you know. They just do. Yeah, I'm not into that. Yeah, so pistol grips, didn't want them. Wood, didn't want. I really wanted this. But as soon as I saw this, I just went, yes. That's you know, that's what I want. I want the Magpul SGA. Yes, it's not meant for this gun, and I have to do surgery and you know, graft it and onto there and whatnot. But anyway, I think it looks crash hot now. You know, they certainly seem to have gotten the texture and the colour very close to what the original was. So yeah, good on them, Magpul. So that's all I wanted to report, that I did actually achieve MOA at 100 metres, not 100 yards. So it definitely is an MOA achievable rifle. Obviously, I was using a really nice, probably second tier scope, and my hand loads, while not being bench rest grade, I do pay a fair bit of attention when I do my hand loads, so that they're very good quality. Yeah, so that's all I've really got to say. Just reporting back to say that, yeah, I did what I wanted to do, and I'm really, really happy. And yet again, I will say, if you have the opportunity to get one of these, buy it, because it is really a fantastic little rifle. Honestly, yeah. And I've still got the AR-223 on there, but yeah, sort of tossing up, because it does go up to 18, which is handy. You know, my old eyes, you want as much magnification as possible. Contrary to what a lot of people say, oh, you don't need much magnification. Yeah, rubbish. You know, I don't buy any of that. The more you can see of the object, the better. You know, the more active. What you know, people say, oh, you know, for out to 300 metres, you only need like 14, 15 power. 300 metres? Are you, what? Have you got bionic eyes or something? I need something, for 300 metres, I want like 30 power. Yeah, that's what I want, you know, so yeah. But that's another thing again, so I'm straying off the subject. But anyway, if you have the opportunity to buy one of these, buy it. The Remington 7615, here in Australia it's called 7615, not the P, because, yeah, politics, you know. In any case, I've gotten it pretty much to where I want it, except I probably will get a Leopold. I think I'd really like to get a Leopold. They're damn expensive. So that's pretty much all I've got to say, and thank you to everyone who subscribed. Yeah, and keep thumbing me up, or yeah, if you like to leave a comment, certainly leave a comment. You know, I don't mind discussing things that you don't agree with. You know, hopefully we can enter into a you know, a nice discussion, not people just criticising me because of the way I speak. You know, so that's about it. See you later.